Jewish Channel's Week in Review. Who really won the Israeli elections? We explain. The largest Jewish layoffs of the recession, an Israeli supermodel, Jewish socialite fashion, and an Orthodox Jew wins at the dog show. Hello, and welcome to the Jewish Channel's Week in Review. I'm Stephen I. Weiss. The Israeli election results from Tuesday are nothing if not confusing. Tzipi Livni may have won a plurality of votes, but she's actually a long shot to become the prime minister. To clear it all up, here's an explanation in 60 seconds. Livni's party won 28 Knesset seats, more than Bibi Netanyahu's Likud party with 27. But with the eventual prime minister needing to create a coalition of more than 60 seats, Netanyahu has a great advantage. That's because the other left-wing parties who would be Livni's natural allies, Labor with 13 seats and Meretz with 3, only give her a total of 44 seats. Netanyahu, on the other hand, has natural allies in Yisrael Beitenu with 15, Shas with 11, United Torah Judaism with 5, National Union with 4, and the Jewish Home with 3, a total of 65. 3 Arab parties, United Arab List Tal, Chadash, and Balad, have 4, 4, and 3 seats, respectively, a boost in Arab seats from 10 to 11. To get from 44 to more than 60 seats, Livni needs to woo at least 2 non-traditional allies to her side, while Netanyahu simply needs to keep the members of his right-wing coalition from jumping ship. In economic news, Yeshiva University made the largest staff cuts of any Jewish institution during the recession when it laid off 60 staff members earlier this week. The previously largest cuts came from the 92nd Street Y, which laid off 14 staffers in January. In advance of New York Fashion Week, Jewish fashionistas had an opportunity to shop for a cause. Rebecca Honig-Friedman reports.
Designer handbags, Kabbalah jewelry, swimwear straight out of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. Even in the current economic climate, women are finding a good excuse to shop here at the UJA Federation's Trunk Show.
I've done pretty well. These women like to shop.
The Benefit Trunk Show combines high fashion with big giving. Shoppers have access to some of the season's hottest designer goods, and 20% of the profits are donated to the UJA Federation. The event, which started in Ramy Sharp's living room 4 years ago, has grown to a substantial fundraiser, generating as much as $100,000 in charity.
It takes a few months, and it takes a lot, the day before and the day of, but it's all well worth it. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody. The vendors get to sell their stuff, the people get to buy it, and 20% goes towards UJA.
While the Trunk Show gives shoppers a good excuse to spend, the other donors here are the designers, most of whom have gotten involved through friends, like swimwear designer Brett Sandler, whose fashions have been featured in just about every fashion magazine out there.
One of my good girlfriends works for the UJA, and she was like, "Can you please do it? We'd love to have you." And I was like, "Of course." So I'm here, and it's going good.
The event, which is being run through the UJA's new Jewish Women's Philanthropy Initiative, is inspiring a whole new generation of women to give back to their community.
It's so inspiring seeing all the women come together, women in business and women supporting the UJA, and I really think it's cool, and I think from now forward, hopefully in the future, I want to get more involved for sure.
And the UJA's Lynn Jacobs, who spearheads Jewish Women's Philanthropy, hopes more women in the Jewish community will follow suit.
I think what women's philanthropy affords women is the opportunity to find their own voice and be able to direct dollars in the way that most speaks to their heart and soul in terms of the way they want to help. So it's a great opportunity for women of all ages and stages.
Thank you, Rebecca. In other fashion news, the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue's cover model is an Israeli, supermodel Bar Raffaeli. That will be the excuse for Jewish media around the globe running this picture. What do a Manhattan Jewish socialite, the Westminster Kennel Club dog show, and a bat mitzvah in Israel have in common? Margie Rauhat has the story.
She's not your typical dog breeder.
They call it the fancy. The fancy was not something that Jewish people got involved with.
And her big trip to the Westminster Kennel Club dog show, where her dachshund Jessie won Best of Breed, wasn't typical either. Manhattan Jewish socialite Valerie Diker had to fly into New York after attending her granddaughter's bat mitzvah in Israel.
We came to the airport at 5:30, and I came directly to Madison Square Garden to be sure that everything was set for Jessie.
Because for Diker, grandchildren and dogs are both very important.
Before I had grandchildren, I used to call my dogs my granddoggers.
And while most might see Manhattan living as an obstacle to breeding, Diker turns it to her advantage.
Well, Manhattan is helpful to me because I want my dogs to be very well socialized.
Though it's unusual to see Jewish people so involved in dog breeding, Diker nevertheless found a way to connect it with her work in the Jewish community.
I'm so involved with dogs that I have just incorporated in my extensive philanthropy the Jewish Center for Dogs for the Blind in Israel.
But of course, most of her work with dogs will remain right here at home.
You are a sweetheart. You're my boyfriend.
That's all for this week. For more news and analysis, please visit us at newsdesk.tjctv.com. From all of us here at the Jewish Channel, be well. The Jewish Channel is available on cable, IO Optimum Channel 291, Time Warner Channel 528, and Verizon Fios Channel 900. For more information, visit tjctv.com.